I guess there are three priorities when we look at the crisis that's going on and what the diaspora can and should do. And in those three areas, I think one we've been very successful in, one reasonably successful, and one we've done a terrible job at. First, where we've done, I think, a very good job at is lobbying the Canadian government to provide aid, to provide leadership, to provide humanitarian aid, to lobby with its partners in NATO and in the European Union to do something about what is happening, to apply pressure to try and resolve the situation. And I think in that respect, the Ukrainian community, through its official representatives like the Ukrainian Canadian Congress, has done a very good job. Canada has been one of the leaders in terms of either providing aid or in lobbying with its partners to provide aid. The second part, or the second priority of the Ukrainian diaspora, which is providing aid to Ukraine, I think we've done reasonably well. Lots of people would say we could do more, considering how many Ukrainians there are in Canada, or people of Ukrainian origins. But we've still managed to raise, it's hard to get accurate figures because it's not a unified, one coordinated effort. But, I mean, roughly speaking, I think it's somewhere probably in the vicinity of $5 million, plus or minus. Might be double that, might be a little less. But still, that's not too bad. I think there's a kind of an overestimation of the capability of the diaspora, because even though we do have the 1.2 million that's often quoted, not all of them are actively engaged Ukrainians, and in fact the vast majority of them have become fairly assimilated and don't really have strong feelings one way or another. And in fact, a lot of the aid that is happening is being provided by a small number of dedicated and motivated people. So yes, we could be doing a better job in providing more aid, but we've done a fairly reasonable one. The third area where I think we have failed, and that most people don't even think of it, is lobbying the Ukrainian government. We have done nothing in that respect, and I think we should. There are lots of areas where Canada could be providing expertise that the Ukrainian government is either not interested, hasn't even thought about it, or isn't really doing anything in terms of things like addressing corruption, addressing the kind of penetration of the Ukrainian military and the total incompetence of the Ukrainian military. We as a diaspora should be pushing and pressuring the Ukrainian government to act much more strongly, to act much faster than it has. I think we deserve a voice in what is happening in Ukraine, not only by virtue of all the aid that we have provided, but we have kept this whole idea of, a free and independent Ukraine alive for 60, 70, 80 years during the communist empire, the heights of the Soviet Union. So we should have a voice. And I don't think we've even thought that we should be active lobbyers of the Ukrainian governments for the various aspects of reform that are very much needed. We are letting them sort it out for themselves, and obviously the primary task is them. But we haven't made any demands. We haven't really asked. We haven't pushed, what kind of reform should be a priority, how it should be tackled, at what pace. Basically, that is one area where I don't think we have done a very good job as a diaspora.